Hi, I'm Lauren, and I'm going to be discussing the question of should schools decrease class size to improve student outcomes. And I'm going to take the side, the pro side, which means yes, I think we should decrease class sizes to improve student outcomes. The three sources that I have, I just picked because they seem like they overwhelmingly saw the benefits. Obviously, I'd like those sources, but everything else that I saw, even if it said some cons to that, most of the time it went back to being a benefit. And so I just went with the three best ones. So the three sources that I have are two studies, one done in Tennessee, and one was just a national collection of a bunch of studies, including the one from Tennessee. And the third source was a secondary study done specifically just about the class sizes in early grades. And all of this definitely ties back to early education, but it can definitely relate to higher education in middle and high school, even further into secondary, like post-graduation education. So to start, I just want to let it be known that the average class size in the U.S. right now is going to be 25 to 26 students. And so now every study, everything that I've read and researched about, everything that says a small class size is going to be 18 or less, no more than 18 students. And that means 18 students to one teacher. Some schools did 18 students to one teacher, but they also had some extra students in the classroom, so they added a teacher's aide or a second teacher. And that really helps along with the process. So I'm just going to kind of read off some facts and data that I collected from all three sources, because all three talked a lot about the same things and they all had a lot of the same information, so I didn't want to hit you guys with too much of the same. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, like I said, average class size, keep this in mind, is 25 to 26 students, and small class sizes are going to be about 18 or less. So I'm just going to go over some awesome statistics to tell you what that would look like. So all of these studies were designed as a large-scale, longitudinal, 4-year long, so these are going to be long-term studies. They were involved in nearly 80 schools from 42 school districts, and this included about 7,000 K through 3 students from families ranging from very poor to very affluent. So this is a wide range of people involved in this study, so it makes it really easy to see that it overarchingly compares, it makes a huge benefit for all students, not just the white rich families. Let me see. It required schools to commit to 4-year timeframes as a condition of participation, and it required schools to agree to random assignment of teachers and students to small 13 to 18 students, or large 22 to 26 students. And so that's how they get both sides. That's how they could see the set group to the experimental group. And that was really fun. So the teachers, their main job was to focus on a rigorous academic curriculum. That was their job, and that's going to be our job as well for teachers. We always need to do that, no matter what size our classroom is. And the staff actually helped develop the program, so they were really interested in the outcome, and they really wanted to see what happened. And then accountability measures, just making sure that all students and all teachers are accountable to the program, because it was lasting for so long. They wanted to make sure that everybody was involved and nothing was going to mess up the study to make it invalid. So now on to the results. So this is just over all of the different studies and research that I found. So I'm just going to go through the facts that I've collected and kind of combined into one another. So as a class size decreases, achievement increases. Obviously, all of the sites said that, especially since we're looking to say that, we should decrease or class sizes. Benefits began to emerge as class size falls below 20 students. So the smaller the class, the better. But then again, I have some research that says, it shouldn't be less than a certain amount either, depending on the school size itself. So that's a whole nother story, but this does prove that the smaller the class size, the better it is going to be, in terms of academic achievement, social achievements, and opportunities after these studies were done. Students in smaller classes did better than those in larger classes throughout the K through 3 grades. So obviously that is 4 different grades here, but they're also doing it for 4 years. So these students in kindergarten, they're going all the way through 3rd grade, and these students in 3rd grade, they're going all the way into middle school. So these studies go for a long time. It definitely shows the outcome of how it affects students later on in life, which is one of the main studies. It says that the outcome reaches into even high school education, and those students who had the smaller class sizes, they did better and they graduated. The graduation rate was higher than the students who did not have the smaller class sizes, so that's really cool. Let's see, minority and inner city children gain the most from smaller classes, and the more years spent in reduced classes, the longer lasting the benefits. And that's again reiterating the fact that these students in these 18 or less classes, they were doing better than these students in 20 or more classes. And the longer they were in these ones, they had more benefits to them. And then gains for African American students were even greater than those for white students. So it's just great for all students, obviously, but that it's really neat to see where students fall in that area. Obviously, students who have no financial ability to go to some of these bigger schools, even like the greater schools, the research showed that they even had some awesome benefits, because in their classes they were able to connect to the teachers. They had somebody who they were able to build a relationship with. And some of the research says that minority and low-income students, they showed greater gains when they were placed in a small classroom, and the experience and preparation of the teachers helped the teachers build that relationship with them. And so when you're having small class sizes, you're having a ton of one-on-one time with your teachers, which means that you're actually getting some really good instruction, direct instruction. And the teachers don't just pass students by. They actually have time to focus on one or more students at a time. And so all of this is just to say that there are more benefits, short-term and long-term, if we reduce our class sizes. Obviously, there's going to be a con side to this, but with the research, it definitely shows that the benefits outweigh the cons. And obviously, you guys can take your side, and we'll see which way it goes. But this is my side, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to give me some feedback. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, so thank you, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Bye.